Hey family, welcome back to Lost to Becoming. It's your host, the one and only Kaylin. Hi guys, we're going to continue our series, Dropping Your Location, and we're going to dive into God, I don't understand. Alright guys, as we continue to kick off this series, talking about God, I don't understand, I just want to kind of start us off with a question. This is something that I'm really currently walking through right now in a situation or just in life in general. Just really trying to be like, God, I don't get it. I'm saying one thing and I still don't understand. So the question I have for everybody is, would you still walk with God even if you didn't have a blueprint for where you're going? And that question right there that was a question God asked me this week because it's like he always say he's doing a new thing. So it's kind of uncomfortable for me in these moments because I'm like, oh God, show me how to do it. I'm gonna do it. And first off, He doesn't want us to do it in our own strength, but that's the type of person I am. And sometimes I can get ahead of myself and get really overwhelmed because I'm trying so hard to figure out, okay, God, well, what's next? And just like the GPS, it only gives you a few steps. Like it gives you the one turn at a time, and like go here or go there, and if you don't understand, it's like, okay, just wait. And then you're just trying so hard to just, the first word that come to my mind is trying hard to make it right, make it perfect. And I know it's not gonna be perfect because there's nothing that like I personally or we can personally do. We just gotta obey Him when He tells us where to go. um, this week has been really tough for me, this honestly. But I know He's helping me through it. But I acknowledge that it's okay, as we mentioned, it's okay not to be okay. And I'm just walking on a journey of becoming and healing. And I even asked him, I was like, God, I'm ready to do a new series, a new series or a new season, whatever we're going to call them. I don't know. Whatever platform it's on, that's what it's going to be considered. um, but he had to remind me that there's stages to the journey of becoming and identifying where you are. And definitely should know, because when I tell you, for just these last 2 months has been just a different process. I want to say every other week or every other day. But also just giving grace that not everybody's in the same state. Not everybody, same location. Not everybody's in the same space. So that was really big on me to acknowledge that, okay, yes, I want to jump to something new, but I do acknowledge that everybody needs space. Um, but I'm gonna ask that question one more time, and just like I said, if you on the Facebook page, definitely want you to communicate, or wherever, just being able to answer it on your own. I like to journal, so if you have a journal, try that. But would you still walk with God even if you did not have the blueprint of where you're going? Um, the verse that he gave me was 2 Corinthians 5:7. I have the New King James Version. For we walk by faith and not by sight. And I think that's, for me, if I'm being honest, is very uncomfortable, because I'm somebody that is literally walking the journey and still sharing the journey at the same time. But it's hard to be like, oh, well, Lord told me to do this and this and this and this. And then somebody says, so how do you do that? Oh, I don't know. I don't really know. I had the thought, I had the vision, I had this, and it can be uncomfortable. So, um, yeah. So I want us to hold space for that uncomfortableness and the saying, I don't know. Um, I am trying to make sure I don't rush it. Also, too, like I said, I don't want to get on like I'm just all happy and joyful. It's in a process right now, so navigating. So that is where I am at. And if you're, like I said, I want to hear from where everybody is. in this moment, in this process. I know it's not easy. I don't, but I know it's gonna, like, the sun's gonna come out one day, so it's gonna work out. So just gonna end this one on, where are you right now and in this moment, and how can we hold space? God, I don't understand. Seems to be the theme of my week, honestly. So I just want to provide the image and example that God gave me. And I hope I can walk through this exactly as He gave it to me and make it as clear as possible, because I'm really a visual, so it's really easy for me to picture things. Um, yeah. And um, I wrote it down a little bit, but I didn't get all the details, so I'm just gonna let Him do the rest, because my hand is slower than the way my mind was processing it. But I just want us to take a moment and just picture God handing you a seed, like literally just, here's your seed, and all He says is, just take care of it. But He doesn't tell you any next steps. He doesn't really tell you like what the process is gonna be like. Doesn't really, it's like the instruction manual that you get when you go buy something from the store and you got to put it together. Sometimes I don't read it, sometimes, and I can get a little stuck. But anyways, that's far from the example. But it's like getting something and not having the instruction manual, and you're just like, okay, so what do you do? And I don't know about y'all, but I get to the point where sometimes it can get overwhelming, and I get anxious, and I am like, okay, so if you're not going to tell me what to do, I'm going to go ask questions. So I will reach out and ask people all these questions, trying to figure, okay, so what did you do with your seed? And how did you, how did he tell you to do it? Or um, what is the vision there? How does it work? Like, what should I do next? So, and in this case, we want to make the seed represent as God gave you like a promise or a vision, or He gave you something like a gift, or your gifts. And He just didn't give us an instruction manual, other than And I know, like, on like how to navigate it, or that blueprint that we were talking about in our story, in our question. Anyways, so now you're asking all these people questions, and it can get overwhelming. I know for me, it gets really overwhelming, because now I'm like, okay, should I do it this way? Should I do it this way? This person had a way to do it, and like, oh my gosh. So then I'm stuck asking God, or saying, God, I don't understand. And what God is reminding me is, sometimes He does a new thing, and sometimes it's not going to look like how everybody else does it. And with the relationship I have with Him, I'm full learning to fully trust that He's gonna give me each step by step when I need it, um, even if it doesn't look like somebody else has walked the journey. I'm just like, okay. And I believe the verse is Isaiah 43, 43, 18, 43, 18 through 19. I said it perfectly earlier in my other video, but I'm not gonna redo this one. Anyways, um, yeah, so forget all the old things, and He's doing the new things. And I paraphrase that, so please go back and read it for yourself. I just did it based on what how it helps me. Anyways, so sometimes and all the time, God is doing a new thing, and we are those people that He chooses to take new paths, and there's nobody that can give you the exact next step or the full plan. It's just we have to continue to see God on this journey. It's a process. It's a relationship. And I'm also learning, the faster I try to get to the destination, the more I'm not enjoying the journey of becoming. Because I'm just like, oh God, I just want to get there. Like, if you gave it to me, let me get there, figure out how to plan it. Somebody said plan it this way. Somebody said they did theirs in a pot. Somebody said that they put in this and that, and it can be very overwhelming. So I am learning, and I want to give this to you guys too. Leave space for the I don't knows, or like the I don't knows, or I don't understand. Like, it's okay. Like, we don't have to have it all together. And I think that's where the relationship with God comes into, and He's like, I got you, just trust me. And I'm going to get you through it. I'll tell you everything that you need when you need it, and you're not going to miss it. What they say, I don't, yeah, they always say what's for you is always going to be for you, so you can't miss it. So I just told, I had a moment where I just heard him say breathe, honestly. Oh, just a really big breath. And I just want us to encourage that even though we don't understand, we may have the full vision of, the seed. And I think there's a verse that talks about like how, I don't know, like, I'm sorry, I didn't look this one up, but like God shows you, sometimes he shows you the mountaintop, but he doesn't show you the valley, or shows you the valley and not the mountaintop. I don't know if that's a real verse or if that's just something like that's been passed down. But anywho, what I will do is I am going to leave a verse because it gives me hope to know that, like, even though I don't understand right now or I don't have all the answers, uh, it's okay. And I was just thinking about the Kevin Hart little TikTok, and I don't know a very all of or his not TikTok, but his like his show. Anyways, he was like, where you going? Go, I don't know. Who's gonna be there? I don't know. Are you gonna eat? I hope so. And like, I would always see it on social medias and be like, oh, and people put this is what it's like to walk with God, and it really is. It is really sometimes I don't know, but I'm trusting, and I think that's all that he's asking for is, God, I don't really know, but I'm trusting you in this moment. So I'm going to leave us off with Jeremiah 29 and 11. And I have the NIV version, so you can go look it up yourself and whichever version works for you. But it says, for I know the plans I have for you, declared the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, Plans to give you hope and a future. So I just want to come on, say it for you, say it for myself. It is okay that we don't know what's next. And it's okay that it doesn't look like everybody else's. As long as we're continuing to trust God on this journey, he will lead us and get us where we need to be. And even if you are the one that's taking a lead or leap to take that step, please give yourself space to navigate that journey. So, anyways, I love you guys. I hope everybody's week is going good. I'm going to try to sleep tonight. We'll see. Fingers crossed. But I love you. I want to remind you that you're not lost. You are becoming.